Lies and Slander, the podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Lies and Slander podcast with me, GMB.
Todd Trademark Miller.
Peyton, the American Bear Johnson.
Tip Darby.
We just finished watching SummerSlam. Fun event.
I guess.
It was there.
I mean, it was, yeah, it happened and then it left.
Scooting closer.
Any highlights, lowlights of the night for you guys?
No, don't put your arm around me.
Well, I have to say, definitely the highlight of the night was probably the most underrated match of the night, and that would probably have to be Cesaro Owens, which I don't think. I'm talking about two wrestlers that are not overrated by any means of the word.
I don't think it was
imagination.
I don't think it was an underrated match. I think it just didn't have any lead up to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was kind of just another match.
It was underbilled.
But
I'll
it
give you
definitely
that.
I agree. I mean, it was definitely not another match. It was.
Do you guys want to call it what it was?
It was
Mr. Match.
It was better. it was definitely better than every other match on that card, including I think in my eyes the World Heavyweight Title match, because
Cena Rollins was great.
Cena Rollins was only great because Rollins has to carry Cena around, because I mean we all know this, and everybody else listening to this already knows that John Cena has the 5 moves to doom, and that's about it.
Cena could work. He can work. He's just odd looking. His movement's weird. That's the real knock. And he doesn't change character.
Cena wrestles like a fucking if Vince McMahon learned how to wrestle. If he actually learned how to wrestle. That's how John Cena
knock
wrestles.
Cena all you want, but you can't take anything away from Seth Rollins. He fucking killed it tonight.
No, I'm not taking anything away from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is an amazing performer, just like Kevin Owens is an amazing performer.
We got to witness
Performer of the night.
what's probably the Undertaker's last match and last day on this planet.
Talk about how fucking blown up.
He was blown up after that opening attack. He had nothing left.
I think they really did have plans for Sting to come out and attack him after he won. And in the back, Vince is like, no.
It would have been cooler if Steen came out.
Sting?
Yeah, we got to see some package pile drivers.
Yeah, that would
God.
hand them out like goddamn juju bees.
I don't think Taker's alive at this point right now. And I'm gonna feel really bad for saying all of this tomorrow when I find out that he's dead.
Yeah,
But,
he was showing the telltale signs of either a stroke or a massive coronary heart attack, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Oh, he had a heart attack.
He probably went to cardiac arrest as soon as he went behind the curtain.
I'd say the biggest surprise tonight was the tag title matches.
Tag title, yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't think that was gonna be good. It's just a bunch of nobody I care about. Really,
I've been saying it for
and
months,
Big E.
man. I've been saying it for months, man. New Day rocks.
No, and I haven't been a fan about New Day. I haven't really seen or cared about the majority of the matches from New Day.
They've been gold ever since they debuted, man.
The Los Conquistadors or the Luchadors, whatever the fuck you want to call those tag teams. I mean, but after tonight,
it's a feud between. I almost wanted to say the Blacks. But it is a feud between the Blacks and...
leave it to Pater to turn this into racism.
I didn't mean to turn it into racism.
The American Bear, ladies and gentlemen.
Just letting you know now, guys, he's doing this podcast shirtless and shoeless.
In his defense, it is about 98 degrees in this house.
Yeah.
No fans is killing me.
Yeah, it's fair.
No, but I'd say it was a good match. There was a bunch of really good spots.
It was a great match. The finisher.
There was a bunch of moments where I checked out.
Are we still talking Taker Lesnar?
No, we're talking the tag match.
The tag match, yeah. Absolutely.
I think we could spend more time on
stroke.
I just went. Like I said, I went into tonight not giving a damn about any of the tag teams. Walking out tonight, caring about New Day. So I'm definitely a fan now because it's not just the athleticism from the guys. Because you got one powerhouse and you got another guy who's of course the athletic kind of technical kid. A la the Hart Foundation, the original Hart Foundation, by the way. But they got charisma. Charisma carries you a long way, and I think that they got that in stride. So
also Big E's dancing.
Well, Big E's dancing fucking sealed the letter for me. That fucking sealed the goddamn letter. The envelope. And
you guys are also forgetting about Kofi's shoes.
Kofi's shoes, by the way, is one a little tidbit. Those are probably one of the best goddamn looking shoes I've seen on my fucking life.
He stole them from the feet of Hermes himself.
You could bury me in those shoes, okay? Like, seriously. I put those fuckers on, I'm not taking them off. I wear them with anything.
I'd sleep with them. I'd eat with them.
I'd
go to work with them.
Fucking shower with them on.
I'd bang with them. Yeah.
I would seal them to my body. That's how good they are. But
how'd you guys like the finish of Lesnar Taker?
They're trying to like mirror
They did-
controversy so they could like stretch it out and extend it. I think look, in my opinion, because I think we all got 3 different opinions on this. I think they're going to stretch out the Survivor Series, which is the 3rd biggest event for WWE of the year. You're going to stretch out.
That's probably 4th.
Yeah,
Rumble's
that's my
probably the
least-
2nd, or Rumble's probably 3rd.
I think Rumble's second. It leads up to.
I think
to the big
SummerSlam's.
event.
I think SummerSlam's second, just because that's where
SummerSlam's the middle of the year.
Okay. We'll go 4. We'll go 4. We'll go.
WrestleMania is in like
Yeah,
April.
you're right.
Yeah, we'll go Royal Rumble. We'll go WrestleMania. We'll go Survivor Series, and we'll go War Games.
We're getting off topic though.
Dude,
So-
they should bring back War Games. I know it's a little off topic, but come on.
No.
Get
War
the
Games
fuck
is
out
so
of here
tight.
with that shit.
You've
the
never
worst
watched
goddamn
WCW. You
idea
have no
ever
idea.
said. No, honestly,
I've watched War Games with you.
It's so good.
It was ridiculous.
And
Dusty
you can make it
Rhodes-
better. You make the cage a little bit taller.
No.
And- yes, you make it like almost like a Hell in a Cell, like a
Like a Hell in a Cell
with 2
on
rings.
top of a fucking Hell
listen.
in a Cell.
Dusty Rhodes got
No,
rest
what are
his
you
soul.
talking? No, it's not the triple
Oh,
cage.
that's right. That's
Some
right.
of
It's the
these-
2. Shut up! It's the 2 rings. We can't all talk at the same time. It's the 2 rings side by side with the big cage.
That's
over
right,
it.
that's right.
And then they do like Royal Rumble entries for 2 teams. Like 1 or 2 people start, and then every 2 minutes somebody comes in. So there's always the heels usually get the 1-man advantage.
You already lost me.
And then
Let's
then
get back to
once
SummerSlam.
everybody gets in, then there can be an elimination. I don't want to. I don't
When
want
we
to.
edit this, you should cut all of that.
I'm absolutely not.
bored. I'm bored even trying to talk about the goddamn rules of War Games. It takes the goddamn.
Where were we at? We were at Brock Taker. The
Yeah,
ending.
yeah.
It takes
I
some
don't.
ring
I don't
announcement.
like that they don't check for the. They don't make them tap. They don't lift the arm when they're choked
Well,
out.
no, I'll give that.
That
I agree
bothered
too.
me.
That they did that with Samoa Joe the other day. But I think that I like the
Last night.
finish because it's like it gives them the reason to say like the Undertaker can't beat him, and now if he can live, he can. If he gets to WrestleMania, man,
He's not
that's
making
the
it home
payoff.
tonight.
That's the win. That's the 2-year It'll be over a 3-year span that these events have unfolded. It'll be awesome.
You know, Undertaker's already made 2 appearances this year. I think that's it for him.
for the year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He shows
Yeah.
up. He's next time you see him you'll see him a little bit in the lead up to Mania, but Mania, I think he might retire after Mania if he beats Lesnar. That's the payoff.
And honestly,
He goes to the
and
Hall of Fame.
what better way to do it? What better way to do it? Of course, in the Taker's home state of Texas.
What are you talking about? He's from Death Valley.
First it was parts unknown, Texas, and I mean I don't know. But what I'm saying is that if Taker's going to go out, you know what? Hey, what better way than go out in front of 100,000 fans at fucking Cowboys Stadium? So yeah, I mean, it's a good way to go out in the sunset.
And I bet you that he goes into the Hall of Fame next year.
I don't think they do.
If that's his last. If he wins there, I think that's it. I think he's going into the Hall of Fame.
And you know what they're finally going to do? What I've been waiting for a long fucking time is like an Undertaker biography DVD. When he finally talks about his life, talks about his career, talks about the highs and lows. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, talking about that guy, you're not going to be able to fit that. You're not going to be able to fit that in like a 7-hour, 3-disc fucking DVD.
Do you think they're going to do a DVD about Death Valley?
They'll probably do it. They'll travel to Death Valley.
I remember burning my little brother.
Talk about Paul Bearer and his burned up little brother and how you won't fight Kane, then you will fight Kane, and you walk through the flames of hell to fight Kane. And
So do you think that was Paul Bear tonight?
Dude, I bet you they'll call it
Man,
like
he
To
was
Hell
there.
and Back or something.
Probably, or they'll probably call
Tales
it,
from the Dark Side.
Yeah, or how I blew
Or A
up,
Tale from the Dark Side.
or how I blew up in 15. So
How a ginger made it to the top.
how a ginger made it to the top. That's
Texas
right,
Red,
brother.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Texas Red.
that's
Let's
right.
take it home, brother.
He was once referred to by Jim Ross as a skyscraper. This is a 6'10" man we're talking about here, not fucking Andre the Giant.
Hey man, he
He's
was
still a
part of
big
the
dude.
skyscrapers.
But yeah, honestly, it's kind of sad a little bit seeing him look the way he looked tonight. Obviously, we all know that.
It's surprising too because he looked great on the lead up to this match.
Yeah, he did.
He just blew up.
Yeah.
and
it happens, though.
And when can you ever say that about the Undertaker?
But he still kept it going, man. He didn't.
Yeah. Well,
He took some breathers.
He got
Definitely.
4 concussions tonight.
But he looked. I mean,
F5s.
you know what? The match was good. It was good. It was more of a brawl than it was like a wrestling match. But I mean, what more could you expect from an Undertaker match? But
Or a guy who's 75 years
yeah,
old
it's
on his
absolutely.
last day.
The thing, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm expecting the absolute best, top quality, whatever, because I know the guy's past his prime. But I mean, it looked kind of fucking bad seeing Taker that blown out, that out of shape, so quickly. into the match. After he dropped that leg on Brock on the ring apron, he was fucking done.
You know what I'm happy about?
It was done. He took a huge
He didn't
breather.
jump through the ropes or over the ropes.
Yeah, he hasn't done that in some years.
Oh, he's not going to do that again.
I hope
not.
he never
I hope
does.
he never
It's
does.
terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I think we're not talking about that we should is
Big Show?
no, we're still on Brock. We're still on Brock and Taker. That laugh,
Oh man,
Oh,
the Undertaker
God.
laugh.
That was the creepiest
yeah.
goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
It
That's
did.
hilarious.
It looked like it was straight out of fucking
Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, like
There's memes about it. There's memes
It's
everywhere
Is there?
already. Yes.
Yep, Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2, the part where the woman's in the cellar, the fruit cellar, and she, she's in the locked door and she's trying to get out. She says,
Yeah.
"Dead by dawn, dead by dawn."
I mean, or if
Yeah,
you
that's
sit further
perfect
back,
kind
it
of
feels
for
like
the
you're on
different
his head. Sorry.
But
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
But anyway, what about this? How do you think you guys feel about either the importance or lack of importance of the Intercontinental title?
I think they tried to put importance on it when they gave it to Bryan, but
They've bastardized it by giving it to Ryback. And I know they want to push him.
I mean, as long as he keeps winning and he keeps getting better, it's fine. But
And he's been getting better.
what'll
right
be
up to
good
that
though
staph
is
infection.
he can push this and do a heel turn and start chasing the world title when whatever face has it.
You know, my outlook on it is I don't think big men should hold the Intercontinental title.
No, they shouldn't.
I thought I was probably going to be alone on this, but yeah, I don't think big men should hold the Intercontinental. It just kind of cheapens the title.
I don't think so. I think if you got a guy like Luke Harper who can do everything, it's the worker's title. Like if you can work, just because you're a big man doesn't mean you can't
But
work.
see, I don't think it, and that's the thing that I think that needs to be really reestablished about the Intercontinental title is that it used to be the workhorse title. That title would, by getting that title, it means it's kind of like the briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase. It builds you up for the title.
But the good thing though is now the WWE title is the workhorse title.
For what title?
The WWE Heavyweight title.
I don't know about that.
Dude, look at the past few people that have had it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like there's got to be like that. There's got to be like that kind of like that peak before you hit the plateau.
I think it could be the U.S. Championship, especially after Cena just lost it.
Yeah, but I don't think the U.S. Championship is never ever going to be as important as the Intercontinental title.
It's
even though they're
not historically, but
yeah.
Historically, it will be, but
Yeah.
now that it's in now that WWE has it, I wouldn't make it the main title. I'd probably get rid of that title.
I would
be
make
honest.
it the main title.
talking about the
I'd
US
make it-
title?
Yeah, I'd drop the U.S. title, and I'd bring back the junior heavyweight.
You
title.
know what it'd be
Or
like? How about this?
Cruiserweight,
How about this?
lightweight,
How about this?
whatever.
Like a U.S. title, Intercontinental title unification match.
My
Yeah,
problem,
I mean they don't need to do that now because the U.S. title. They might just do away with the U.S. title now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think, honestly, I think he's going to do a U.S. Open challenge tomorrow night and lose it to somebody. Who's
Maybe.
gonna debut.
He's no, I don't think he's going to follow the same path. If anything, he might do a Shawn Michaels to Triple H. The way Shawn Michaels was the WWE champion and the European champion, and he fucking laid down for H and just gave it to H.
Finger poke of doom.
So I mean,
He
but
could-
who
he
would
can-
Rollins
he
give it
could-
to?
He can
Who
Nash
you gonna
Hogan.
give it to?
You know what he could do? Give it to Noble. Give it to one of the cruiserweights.
No, I mean they need to get rid of that title.
I think Noble would have a good run. as the US champion.
Imagine if they had the WWE Junior Heavyweight title,
Dude,
dude.
I don't like it.
I'm not on board with it.
How do you
Honestly,
know? Do you guys remember the cruiserweight division?
Yes, the
Do you
cruiserweight
Do you
division.
remember the lightweight division?
And
you had fucking great matches.
And let me tell you this: if they did reintroduce a cruiserweight title in WWE, they should have it in NXT, not at the active roster.
No, I
No, I
think
think
NXT is
it-
right where it needs to be with its.
Well,
its
because
titles.
the NXT,
They do need a-
You only
they-
got 3 titles in NXT.
Yeah, they do need a mid card title.
They do need a mid card title.
I'll give you
Absolutely.
that.
It's an
Yeah.
hour show.
But so
Yeah.
fucking what?
But you don't have to defend each title every show.
It's true.
That guy reminds me of Uphill.
Like imagine like the Samoa Joe Baron Corbin feud if one of them had the
Lesser card. battle.
internet title
Or like the
whatever.
cruiserweight title. If it was a cruiserweight
Yeah,
title.
it shouldn't be the cruiserweight.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, okay, it's kind of like.
I don't think Joe could have the cruiserweight.
Well, no,
title.
I'm talking about like it's kind of like maybe.
He had the
with-
X Division title.
But yeah, exactly. They
But
should.
that's no weight limits, no
No,
limits
yeah,
at
no
all.
limits, no weight limits, no limits at all. And I think that's what they should probably change the rules of the cruiserweight title to kind
If
of
they
like
brought the
same
cruiserweight
lines.
title, imagine they bring the junior heavyweight title because I don't like the cruiserweight. junior heavyweight title. They bring that back, and you know who they bring to the company?
Pass me that from
A
I
double.
want you to eat those like
A
ham.
double. Now, for all of you people who don't know who A double is, A double
really quietly.
is
Very
Austin Aries. Used to
That
be called
guy's
Austin
amazing.
Star, and he is probably one of the best fucking workers this side of Mississippi.
He just lost to Rockstar Spud and is now out of TNA.
So he used to be one of the best fucking wrestlers this side of the Mississippi before he
I
got
really-
buried and shoveled out by Dixie Carter.
I really wish you would stop groaning every time I say TNA.
I'm telling you,
Watch the product.
By the way,
It's good.
And
I didn't mean
here's
TNA,
my
I meant
here's going to be my
who we
defense
lost to.
in my
A double? You don't like Austin Aries?
no, who we lost to.
Oh,
here's going to be my defending and bashing of TNA.
well, wait, before you do this, the best part about it is I believe he's going to Ring of Honor.
We've gotten so far off from SummerSlam.
Oh,
I mean, it's just, we just let it go where it
Yeah,
goes,
that's
man.
right, brother.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
Let
Any-
let it flow.
Anything that I'm a part of is going to have shoddy craftsmanship. You gotta know that.
I like that we had the plan on going from match to match from the beginning of the card, and we haven't even talked about Orton Sheamus at all.
Because nobody gives a shit
All
about
right.
Orton Sheamus.
What about
Nobody gives a shit about any feud with Orton.
What do you think about Orton Sheamus?
Who cares? Honestly,
Yes. If there was a
honestly
fucking skip button.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a push for Sheamus to go to the to cash in tonight, and that didn't happen.
I stopped giving a shit about Randy Orton in 2007.
Here's the thing: Randy Orton is amazing.
He's an amazing
Look,
worker.
he's got the
He's
best.
so
You
good.
just don't
Wait,
give a shit about
we
him.
can't talk over each other.
I'm talking over you.
The thing, like, he can do it again. He can do it all, and he's great. But it always looks like he's not trying.
Well,
But I thought it was a good match. It was like a hard nosed fight. It
was a
wasn't real
great
pretty,
match.
and you got to see like a cool RKO. Sheamus has got to change that finishing
Yeah, but
move.
I hate his
That-
finisher, but he did do it twice in a row. And
I
like
don't
that.
care. A dude who's like 6'5", 280 pounds shouldn't be doing a jump kick for a finisher.
and my idea.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
just
It's like
lazy.
Hogan doing the leg drop.
It's like Big Show doing the punch.
My idea of
It's a waste.
Orton, having great matches has been really spotty. But honestly, Orton, in my opinion, has got the best goddamn drop kick in the business. I
Ooh.
believe.
And power slam.
Ooh.
I'm gonna talk about. You know what? And the thing of it is,
Cesaro's got a better drop
I
kick.
stick to it. I stand by it because I saw it. I saw him doing it back in 2003, all the way up until now. And back in 2003, I said that he's got the best drop kick in the business. He's got a great standing drop kick, very beautiful standing drop kick, textbook. But what I'm saying is that he has gone from a guy who's had a lot of good matches and his build up and coming up in Evolution and then Legacy and everything else like that. Great matches through and through. But now, I think, in my opinion, Randy Orton's become a fucking spot monkey.
He's just kind of in purgatory right now too.
He just, and I think he's okay with sitting in the back and collecting a paycheck.
I don't even think it's that. I think he's just their backup guy.
Yeah, and he is. I think he's there
He's
to probably kind of help guys get over, which is cool, which is a good thing.
He's a good worker. He plays an amazing heel.
But
I think right now he's just on the back burner.
He fucking bores me, man. I don't understand. Like, he just came out of nowhere. He's just not.
Wait.
I think ever since the Attitude Era went the wayside, and I'm talking about back in 2007 when you couldn't be as violent, he kind of fell on the wayside of that shit, and he just kind of like he's just he's mediocre. He went from like a dangerous wrestler to a mediocre wrestler. That's my opinion of it, man.
I think it's just you see him too often. When he came back from his break and he had his quick little feud with Seth Rollins, he was awesome. He needs to kind of come back and reinvent himself. Like, he's been basically the same two characters for the past, 10 years?
He's gonna fall into John Cena purgatory.
I mean, at least he's able to change
And Lord only knows,
face and heel.
Lord only knows how many times he's fucking faced John Cena throughout the goddamn decade. I mean,
they
Sometimes he
they
kicked
work
his
well
dad down.
together. It may not be a 5-star match every time, but I mean, I'm not a John Cena fan, but they work well together.
It's a good match almost every time. It's always safe.
yeah, but
It's a feud you don't care about anymore.
I'm just saying that during the late 90s, early 2000s, you would have never seen those any same two guys having a shitload of matches on pay-per-views together. Rock and Austin barely ever tangled on pay-per-view. You could probably count on two hands how many times they've met each other on pay-per-view. And the same thing with probably like Triple H and The Rock, or Triple H and Austin even. That was even rarer, But with guys like John Cena and Randy Orton fucking constantly going at it on pay-per-view
You just
throughout
don't
the
care
fucking
about it
year,
anymore.
I don't give a shit. Exactly.
It doesn't
I
put your
I
ass in the
don't,
seat.
yeah, I don't give a shit about
That's
it.
not the reason.
And
that
it's
your
like
ass is in the
they
seats.
probably wrestled in every fucking stipulation imaginable. I mean that.
For every reason.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
like
part of the problem also is they like the locker room is not as big, and they've been in the company for 10 years together. It's gonna rack up,
And they're
especially
also-
since they don't have enhancement matches anymore. Like that's what they should bring back. Like two things I think WWE should do: bring back jobbers, get some jobbers. I mean, if you're gonna
are you
let
talking about local guys? The guys
that or I mean, you can have the glorified jobbers where every once in a while it looks like they're like a Barry Horowitz.
They do
Zack
it.
Ryder, let Zack Ryder get his ass beat if you want him to get a paycheck because that guy is awful.
right.
They
Every
do
now and
that.
then
They
they'll
do that,
jobbers.
and they should drop half of their pay-per-views.
You drop half the pay-per-views.
I don't think half.
And if
I
it's-
think-
okay,
I
if
think
you don't
a
say,
fourth.
we'll say four pay-per-views. So instead of having 12 pay-per-views a month, you have 8. That or
A year.
12 pay-per-views a year. You have 8.
You
It
actually
gives
get
it
to
time.
build
It gives it time
feuds.
it gives it time to build. Part of the thing that I liked about wrestling when I was little is you would hear like, Bret or Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter, and you'd hear about this in January.
Yeah.
And the build from January to April,
Yeah.
and they would maybe make contact with each other maybe twice in that span. They would never wrestle each other, of
course not.
And if they do, it would be like once in like a. Maybe on like a Raw, it wouldn't even have been a
It
Raw.
would
It would
just
have been
be
like
like
a main event or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they would wrestle in like a tag team match,
Or like a bunch of run-ins.
or they would manage 2 guys, and at the most you'd see the face get jumped or whatever. Like you'd see some run-ins, a couple run-ins, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of promos back and forth.
Shitload of promos.
And that's how they used to build, and I like that. Like it makes it feel more special than if I have to watch. Like let's say
If you see 'em
well,
match
it's like
up-
this. If it's let's say the Miz and Ryback are going for the Intercontinental title, so that they're at the the next pay-per-view is 3 weeks away, and you just got off of this last show, so you hop in. You got 3 weeks to build this. Instead of having them do promos and run-ins and stuff like that, now you'll get a couple interferences, but you'll get most of the time it's at least 3 matches on TV between the two of them, and a bunch of times it's one-on-one, and it's like why don't even if it's a 5-star match, you're like, well, I've just seen these two wrestle 3 times before.
And I do agree with that because when Brock had the title, he wasn't defending it at every pay-per-view. He was defending it
that's
like maybe
actually the
once
thing
or
I
twice.
like about him not really.
Yeah,
having
and
a full
I
time.
didn't. At first when I saw that, I was like, oh no, man, this isn't gonna fucking work. Like, I'm too used to having the WWE title defended at every single pay per view. But when it got the break and it actually gave other guys, mid-carder guys, time to shine and be in the main event slot, and they fucking took that and they ran with it, man. They really
And they were
did.
building real feuds at
And
this
then,
point.
yeah, exactly. And during this time, you got guys, who I don't think should be mid-carders, like Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins at the time, in main event spots and tearing the fucking house down. And this is also during a time where Vince McMahon is going on podcasts with Stone Cold saying that there's no guys in the business right now or in the locker room that are hungry, that want to grab the brass ring, that they're just sitting there feeling like they're just safe with their spot. They don't want to risk it like guys in the Attitude Era risked it all to go for it. And that's the thing. I see guys like Dolph Ziggler. I see guys like Dean Ambrose. I see guys like Bray Wyatt. I see other guys like big men like Rowan and what's the other one?
Luke Harper.
Harper. Guys that could actually turn into huge monster heels or really huge baby faces, grab that ring and fucking run with it, man. But I'm not seeing that. And I think a lot of it has to do with probably The Office, Vince, and whoever's
Well, those
writing the
guys, I don't think
storylines.
they know what to do with either.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing of it is,
Like
I
they tried
think
giving Harper a singles push, and it went nowhere.
I think these
Gave
guys
him the Intercontinental title.
They handed him the title.
Yeah, these guys know what they want to do, of course. But it's a lot of the people in the back or in the office, whatever. They're just kind of like, no, it's not your time yet. It's not your spot yet. So, I don't know.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Luke Harper, best big man in the business. Today, nobody better.
You mean out of the ones that aren't main eventers, like
Everybody.
Like Brock?
He's better than Brock. He's better than Brock. He can do more than Brock. Brock is a big, intimidating force, but Luke Harper can fly. He can mat wrestle. He can strike. He can talk. He's got a good look. He's got a good gimmick.
Best
The
power
guy.
bomb.
Wait,
in the
wait,
business
wait.
right
You
now.
said he has a good look. We need to get some tights on him. I don't want to see him in jeans anymore.
I think tights would be awesome, but if he keeps doing the backwood hillbilly thing, I'm all right with the jeans. I don't like people
It goes
whose
with his
gimmicks are
character.
just being a dude wearing jeans, like
Well,
something
I
like
thought
that.
Earlier, you said you wanted him in.
Oh, I mean, I'd
overalls.
love to see him in tights.
No,
Love it.
no.
When
you
he
said
was-
overalls.
Yeah, overalls would be
He
tight.
always had
I think
That-
we're just going into
Yeah,
your
that's what I
sexuality
want.
now.
you know,
That's what
I-
I want to do. I'd want to have him in overall, or at least pop the shirt off. Like
You don't
when-
want to pop that top.
pop the shirt off.
Yeah, I
He's
agree
going to
with
be
that.
greasy
Pop
looking.
the shirt off.
That's what I want. And maybe find some pants that don't make him look so goofy.
And in
Here
my
my-
opinion, the
here
best
my-
big man in the business today, in my
dirty
opinion, is Brock Lesnar. I know that's like probably the obvious answer, and the reason why, of course, he's got the look. He's a damn good mat wrestler. He can move, he can strike. I mean, he can do. And the thing of it is, he doesn't talk as much right now because he's got the best mouthpiece in the business talking for him, so he
can
doesn't
talk.
have to talk.
Well,
But-
when he came back, he tried, and it was bad.
Well, it
was the worst promos he's ever given.
and I think that was the back kind of having that decision of relegating Brock to barely talking. But I mean, Brock, when he was actively in full schedule with WWE,
Yeah, post Heyman.
yeah,
How good was that? The thing with him and Angle eating
Eating the bananas?
eating bananas and drinking milk.
let me tell you,
My God.
that was the thing of beauty. And let's not even go into that fucking classic of a feud, which is, in my opinion, top 5 feuds of all time.
Brock Lesnar's the toughest dude.
Brock
toughest dude
Lesnar
in
versus
WWE.
Kurt Angle has got to be some of the best technical mat wrestling I've ever seen in my life.
And the best shooting star press.
Yeah.
All right.
So when you break your
Speaking of
non-neck.
stars, Stardust.
Stardust.
We got to see Stardust and King Barrett.
The Crimson King Barrett.
I think he's Space King.
I thought he was the
Isn't
Red
he-
Knight.
No, he's the
No, he said he was a Space King or something.
No,
King of the Cosmos.
yeah, Cosmic
Cosmic.
King.
Whatever.
Cosmic King. He's the Cosmic King.
The Goblin King?
He's bad news to
Cosmic.
me, I'll tell you that.
He is bad news.
So it was him and Stardust against Green Arrow, and
the purple red arrow.
I would say the man that everybody forgot. That guy, he jumps around, and nobody cares.
Aaron Neville.
Nobody cares.
If only he was, taller and not. And he could talk.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I think that it shouldn't matter if he talks or not, because I really don't give a shit how well he... It's like this. It's like with Shelton Benjamin. That's how I compare Adrian Neville to. Is that
Ooh.
No, wait, real quick. I know this is getting under the craw of Brent, but I'm talking about hell of a wrestler, very great high
Fun to
flyer,
watch.
specialist wrestling specialist, but can't talk for shit on the mic. But you're not watching Shelton Benjamin to see him talk. You're
No,
watching
that's-
Shelton Benjamin to do his high flying gimmick shit like Neville does.
It's not the same. He gives a better... He sells, for one. Neville doesn't sell. He just pops around like he's in a pinball machine.
I think he's entertaining to watch.
I mean, he's got
He's
moves.
fun to
He's
watch,
got
but I
moves
wouldn't
that...
want him to go anywhere. I don't want to see him with a title around. his
Oh, he's
belt.
definitely
Unless they-
a great mid card.
They bring back that... I'm telling you, they bring back junior heavyweight division.
lower mid card.
All of a sudden, you got him versus Double A or him versus fucking...
And I agree with that. Honestly, that could be several main events on Raw. I'm talking like single matches for the lower showcase titles, like
just
a
doesn't.
It could-
United
I
States
just
title
can't-
match or like an
I
Intercontinental
can
title
see
match.
him in the middle of the show when you're barely paying attention, going for a title you don't care as much about.
I mean, he's got crazy moves that it's cool to see, but he's just not... Like, to me, I don't...
He's gonna fall on the wayside
I
of
like-
guys like Evan Bourne,
No, I don't
Shelton
think so.
Benjamin.
I
don't
think he'll
Shelton-
keep.
You can't compare Shelton Benjamin.
I think
he's
he'll
a
keep
better
his nose
mat
clean.
wrestler.
Oh, he's
You
better,
know,
but
you
he
know what?
didn't
I'll
go anywhere.
I'll go on record right now and I'll predict
ECW
something.
champion,
I'll,
wasn't he?
I'll predict something right
biggest
now.
thing he ever did was beat Triple H on Raw one time,
He was
and then he
the,
dropped
he
the
was
ball.
the Intercontinental Champion.
Who's that? Shelton
but
Benjamin.
He was part of the world's greatest tag team.
Dolph
Shelton
Ziggler's
Benjamin.
been the Intercontinental.
Dude,
the
the world's greatest
title
tag
holder.
team went against like the Kings of Wrestling.
No, listen,
time ago.
Shelton
Amazing.
Benjamin is a hell of a good wrestler. He really is.
He was part of the greatest tag team.
He
on
was
earth.
part of the greatest tag team, which they had really good feud with Los Guerreros. They had really good feud with like the Bashams. If anybody remembers the Bashams, they had some good matches with those guys. They had great matches against Edge and Rey Mysterio when they were tagging up together. They had some fucking classics against them. But I mean, as far as Shelton Benjamin, if I'm going to look at Shelton Benjamin and think, is this guy a hell of an Intercontinental Champion? Hell yes, he is. Is this guy a Money in the Bank winner? Fuck no, he isn't.
I think he is. I think
No.
If you give him the right thing to shine... Okay, giving him a gimmick where he looks like Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man.
Oh, and let's not forget
or
the fat
every
black
bad
woman.
guy in Mercury Man.
Let's not forget
Mercury.
the fat
Meteor
black
Man.
woman
Fuck.
that he was following him around.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to build a joke here. And then you have his mom, and he can't win, and he's a mama's boy. You're not going to get over as a mama's boy.
No, you're
You
not.
got it, and that dude could do it. He could box jump onto the ropes.
Yes, he could.
Damn good T-bone suplex. He didn't have a good finisher. I like the T-bone, but not as a finisher.
He had a bad
No.
You know what? He had that gold statement or gold mark.
standard.
Gold standard. Where he would do the
The gold standard was good.
yeah, it was good. It was
was-
decent. I forgot about
it's
that
better
one.
than-
Yeah, but like I said,
He just never got a fair shake.
you look at Shelton Benjamin and you don't see main event, and just the same thing with
That's just pure racism.
Well, no. The same thing goes for okay, and I think we can all agree on this. Okay,
Bobby Lashley.
no,
Booker
Christian.
T.
Christian. You look at Christian. Do you think main event?
No.
Do you
No.
think
I think-
world heavyweight champion?
I think lower.
No,
The only
I think
reason
lower
why
mid-card.
the only reason why Christian got that world heavyweight title is because why? It's because of Edge. It's
Also-
because Edge had to
Wait,
retire, and that
wait,
was his
wait,
quote unquote
wait.
brother.
He was the NWA heavyweight champion.
Oh God! In a promotion that nobody gives a shit
The
about.
longest running wrestling federation or whatever in the world. I think that's true. I'm just gonna say it's
That
fact.
place-
I'm pretty sure it is.
That place went belly up like 6 times.
No, dude, it's got-
I think Shane Douglas bought it at one time.
No, he might have bought into it, but it's like a bunch of different associations.
We're talking about an association that used to sell out the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina for 50,000 people into a fucking bingo hall on a Saturday night.
Either way, NWA champion sounds pretty. Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you're
you're
saying
absolutely
that's the
right. Wait,
reason
and then
Dusty Rhodes
you ready for the
company
decline? You ready for
No,
the
this
decline?
was like weird.
You ready for the decline, kids? Brent just named all these greats, right? And here's the decline:
bet
Jeff
you-
Jarrett, R-Truth, Ken Shamrock.
Whoa. Shamrock was good.
Shamrock was an okay wrestler.
Could you imagine Shamrock in his prime Attitude Era destroying people against Lesnar today?
Yeah, he'd probably still be getting knocked out by Kimbo Slice.
I'm not saying in a shoot, you fucker. I'm talking you build that in a match. Both those dudes doing fucking crazy
No,
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Or
saw.
better than that, we bring in the mustache, baby. We bring in Mr. Dan Severn.
Oh Jesus Christ! You
We
know,
bring Dan Severn against Don Fry.
I've gone on record in the past by saying that the worst match of all time is the Kennel from Hell match.
I see, and I disagree. I think it's the King of the Road match.
King of the Road is pretty goddamn awful.
But also that
They're
ranks up
going
there.
70 miles an hour
But
as
the
they're
reason-
slowly taking a turn.
The reason why.
Sorry, Dusty.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is
They were
because
even
the
going 15
the
miles
Lions
an hour.
Den matches were pretty goddamn awful, right up there with them.
I thought they only had one. They had that.
No, there was 2. There was
they had one.
Ken had it. Ken had one against Dan Severn, and Ken also had one against Owen.
He never got the Severn fight.
Yeah, he
Or
did.
The Severn match. No, he didn't.
Yes, he
he
did.
went against Owen, and then
No, I'm sorry, he went against Steve Blackman.
and they had the
Lions Den match.
they also had the dungeon match.
Right, but he also had the.
You know what? We have totally forgot about Green Arrow. That dude. I want to get back to that real quick because as much as so I don't like Neville. Let's not mince words
Yeah,
about
we're already
that.
past
This
it
is
now.
a SummerSlam podcast, guys.
But man, I'll tell you what, Stephen Amell surprised me. He did the back suplex flip to his feet and
Right.
landed. He took some bumps.
He had some good spots.
Real
That was
quick,
the
real
thing.
quick before we go
He
any
front kicked him like he was.
Probably was uncomfortable.
before we go any further into
Yeah,
this.
I mean first match, and it's on like TV. I bet you they probably worked that over a lot. That
For-
dude-
for all
that-
you- for
he
all
could
you-
have one match in, but he's athletic enough. I think he could probably have a future in it.
Yeah, for all you wrestling fans.
As a junior heavyweight.
Yeah, oh my god, let it go.
We didn't
Oh,
warn him.
that hurt. Sorry, we're also watching UFC fights recorded on mute. So, all you wrestling fans out there who aren't really privy, or probably already privy to celebrities stepping inside the wrestling ring, we've had such goddamn. I think it's more of a.
Wait.
I think it's more miss than hit with people outside of the industry coming in.
Give me a miss.
Okay, Jay Leno and his fucking saxophone player.
I'll give you a hit.
Seth Green.
No,
That's a
Seth
miss.
Green,
Holy
God
shit!
damn it.
Talk about that. A
Pete
hit.
Rose.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose is successful at getting Tombstone to fucking hell, not once, not twice, Trey Times, kids.
That's Pete Rose.
That's Pete Rose.
That's one of the best calls ever. I don't care about the
Absolutely.
Stone Cold.
Now,
Pete Rose. That's
another
Drew Carey.
huge miss, and I'm talking. This is probably one of the worst stinkers of all time. And I'm talking Bash at the Beach, Hogan, Rodman versus Diamond Dallas Page and Carl the Mailman Malone. And let me tell you something right now. You guys, if you guys have the WWE Network or just fucking YouTube this shit.
Carl Malone like
And I'm
wrestling.
telling you right now, honestly, I will give you a fucking silver dollar if you can sit through that match unassisted without taking any breaks or pauses.
I can do
because
it, brother.
It's fucking horrible.
I'll do it right now.
It
I mean,
is
it's not a good.
god
It's not a
awful.
good match. Not a good match. You know what was a successful one? Mr. T. Now, not Mr. T that loves his mama, Mr. T. This is Mr. T gold chains a dripping.
Are we talking Mr. T WrestleMania 1 or Mr. T WrestleMania 2?
I'm talking both.
talking both?
Both of those played. I mean, given that second, the boxing match was pretty awful.
You want to know in real life, if Piper would have boxed Mr. T in real life, we all know how that would have ended, guys.
Whites went. No, I think
Race war's over.
Piper actually trained as a boxer. I heard.
Yeah, I mean, he trained under Judo Gene LaBelle. That's enough said right
Yeah.
there. That's enough said
And
right there.
he beat the fuck out of Louis Gossett Jr. That is not that guy's name.
That's not that
I
guy's
always
name.
call him Louis Gossett
His
Jr.
name was
Keith David.
Keith David.
He beat the
You
fuck out. They beat
racist
the
son
fuck
of a
out of
bitch.
each other.
This is, by the way, we've
David.
now migrated into full-blown racism, everybody. So I
You know,
promise you,
speaking of Louis Gossett Jr., you know it's a good movie that nobody ever talks about?
an officer and a gentleman,
No, motherfucker. Everybody talks about that.
enemy mine,
The Principal.
the principal, wow,
Jim Belushi?
John Belushi,
No, Jim. John's dead.
yeah, Jim.
Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi as like a new principal. It's kind of like Dangerous Minds. He gets in there. He like stops one of the teachers from being raped. He fucks up some dudes. He rides in on his bike.
He's got a baseball bat.
There's like a fight scene in a shower and somebody has a gun. Dude, it's fucking tight.
It's okay.
It's like Lean on Me.
but
Never seen it.
but with cussing and tits.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What's her name? It's that hot black girl too.
Rosie Perez.
It's not Rosie Perez. It's
It's
not a black
actually,
girl.
I
Oh,
Although,
Maria Conchita Alonso.
I think her name was Tiffany, but I don't know.
Sounds like a
You
black person.
fucking lost me, man.
Man,
You've never seen the
Wow,
movie.
we're gonna need to re-record this
Whoa,
goddamn
what was
podcast
that?
because
We're-
it's just
we're absolutely
full-blown.
not.
We're not racists.
That's not true.
Well, how did you get? How did you get from Green Arrow to racism?
Yeah, it took a weird jump.
It's full circle. It always comes back to racism.
So green. Okay, so those are examples of good and bad celebrities in the ring. This, I think,
Stephen Amell was a good.
this was a good. It was a little awkward at times.
Well, he just doesn't know how to sell, but he's not going to learn the goddamn entire ropes.
There was
in
a
couple
weird
Man,
days.
for his
moment-
first match, especially at a big pay-per-view, I think he did good.
There was a weird moment at the end where
Holy
he
shit.
he
Norm
took the
Macdonald.
jump off the top rope.
I think
We're looking at Norm Macdonald
Norm
as the
Macdonald.
Colonel right now.
This is tripping my balls
Dude,
out right
dude,
now.
I'm a fan. Dude,
so good.
Norm Macdonald could do
Is
it.
it way better?
Norm Macdonald's the best
Oh,
big
it's
man
so
in the
much
industry.
better.
We literally just went from Green Arrow to Norm Macdonald.
pretty
Like,
good.
Last guy.
He's pretty
that,
good.
folks.
He's not creepy.
We can't all talk at the same time.
Okay, wait, real quick. Let me
Volume down.
It was
go
normal.
ahead.
So
Cap it off.
Amel, I think, did a good job. There was the weird moment that I was going to say is he jumps off the top rope to the outside, and then he springs up, throws I think it was Stardust.
Barrett.
No, King Barrett.
Barrett.
Throws King Barrett into the ring, and then walks forward and then goes oh, and like drops to his knee like he was hurt. A little weird. A little
Yeah,
weird.
it-
He
he
tried
just-
to
he
sell.
just- he just doesn't know how to
tried
sell,
to
man.
sell.
He doesn't know how to sell. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, like I said, look, honestly, as a whole, they didn't let him do too much in the match. They kind of, they wrapped up the match as soon as it basically started. I mean, it was probably a good maybe 10, 11, 12-minute match, but it was actually not bad. And I was
Yeah,
expecting
we can
a
watch it
fucking
again.
train wreck.
It's not bad.
I thought it was going to be a goddamn train wreck.
And he actually contributed to the match. Which
Yeah.
was nice.
Because, like I said, the majority of celebrities and people who aren't involved in wrestling that come into wrestling and have matches in wrestling, it's fucking horrifying.
Hell, watch the one I was talking about earlier, the Seth Green match.
Okay, 'cause
he
I don't
just
think
sits at the corner of
I-
the entire match.
I've got two words that's going to spark a goddamn wildfire right now. David Arquette,
Oh God.
former World Heavyweight Champion.
He is a lucky guy, dude. That's awesome. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And if I was a booking, which I'm not, I would never have done that.
Well, you know who was the head booker
But if
back then?
I was David Arquette, I would fucking had been all
I'd
boned
ride
up when
that
I
fucking
rode that.
gravy
Yeah, I
train.
would have wore it to the fucking bar
man.
like I was Tim Sylvia. I wouldn't have cared.
You know who's another miss?
Who's that?
Britney Spears' shitty husband.
Kevin
Oh,
Federline.
Kevin Federline.
Kevin Federline. K-Fed.
Dude, he's gotten big.
It's amazing. It's amazing how Brent
fat.
remembers all the white people names.
With John Cena. It was...
You know what we didn't talk about celebrity involvement?
What?
John Stewart turned heel today.
Oh my
John
God.
Stewart.
John Stewart
Fucking
turned heel.
In
today.
his defense, he's always been a heel to me. I hate that guy. He's not funny at all.
He's not.
He can. You know what? He's definitely always had a really funny, great spin on the news on the Daily Show, and it's really funny how he went out on top of the Daily
Bergman.
Show with like Bruce Springsteen playing him out or whatever, whatnot, right? To literally 4 or 5 days later, fucking turning heel in the middle of a pay per view on the biggest baby face in the company.
He hit John Cena in the belly with a chair.
That
And actually, hasn't he been working kind of a verbal feud with Seth Rollins?
Yeah,
for the last couple months?
they've been tweet feuding, I believe.
Yeah,
so
for him to work into a feud or to turn heel tonight,
definitely a great swerve.
Solid.
Nobody saw it coming.
you got swerved.
You got swerved. That's right, brother. You got worked, brother.
I'm glad you guys brought Swerved up because man, that show is terrible.
Like
I like
probably
parts of it.
It's unwatchable. There'll be maybe 1 minute of happiness in a 23-minute episode or whatever.
it's just
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Like WWE really needs to find. I'm talking about the network. I think they need to find their niche a little bit more and just stay focused on like, just what they know best instead of turning this shit into like a goddamn comedy show, like a
I
fucking
like the idea of
carnival.
Swerve.
I'm
I
surprised
just
you don't
don't-
like it. It's got
I
to
think-
from Jackass.
I
in it.
think that they should, come up with the second season of Legends House. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of lost one of them. So.
Well, fuck you, man.
they should start doing more Legends of the Round Table stuff.
Legends
That's
of the
what-
Round
that was
Table,
good.
I am completely 1,000,000% all about that. If they
I
get like
would
5
like-
guys, I'm talking 5 old timers. I'm talking guys that fucking still smoke cigars and are drinking whiskey at the table, shit like that. You get a guy like Steve Austin or JR or whatever at the head of that table to kind of conduct the whole whatever and just
Mean
shoot
Gene.
the shit every week, man. I'm fucking watching.
Mean Gene usually hosts them, and he does a great job.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm all about that because that's why I think it's you go to the roots of wrestling, still talk about old school shit. But honestly, as a hardcore wrestling fan, like the three of us, I think we are as hardcore wrestling fans. All I want to know, all I want to hear about is like fucking stories from the road,
Here, you know who?
or like stories from like the middle of matches and shit like that. That's the shit I want to hear about all the
it
time.
would be amazing if they could get like Stone Cold, Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, maybe like a Mick Foley.
Oh yeah,
That'd be.
If they could get
Or
a
no,
couple
dude.
guys like
Instead of Mick
that-
Foley, you got to get somebody like Bret Hart from that generation.
Shit,
Fuck,
yeah.
dude.
Oh,
and,
man.
and then have Okerlund host it.
yeah, that's it. I'm fucking in. I'm game. I'll tell you that right now. I am completely game. You're talking about guys like that, those big names, sitting around shooting the shit.
I could just sit back and listen to Jim Cornette. That dude is amazing. Somebody got a Jim Cornette face tattoo on his like thigh or something.
Jim Cornette is definitely one of the best talkers because he really is one of the off the cuff, at the top of his head.
Let me
Talker.
pose the question to you, Hayden. If you were in the ring, you could have a manager, any manager ever. Which one are you going with?
Matt Striker.
And why are you going with Matt Striker?
Instant answer. Instant answer.
We were talking
He already thought
about-
this through.
We were talking about Matt Striker before the pay per view today, and I thought that would be. I knew you were going to ask the question tonight. I really thought that'd be a fun answer.
Todd Miller.
Yeah. No brainer. And no brainer. No pun intended. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
That Brent's fucked.
Get him. Why?
Because you listen to him, you go to the top. You don't listen to him, you're never heard from again.
Well, I mean, that's who I was going to say. So I'm going to say Cornette because there's going to always be a Bobby the Brain, but there's not always. Nah, I can't even say that.
You know what?
Bobby the Brain
My
was
second
amazing.
My second choice would have been Sonny.
That's not bad.
Because I've had some sunny days.
Even if you
In the
lose, you're
past.
getting a blowjob,
That's
right?
right.
She's doing porn now.
If you're going heel,
How come
a surefire way to get to the top,
I
Vicky
didn't get
Guerrero.
asked?
Who would be your manager, lady?
No,
I didn't even get a chance to ask you.
because you answered yourself, and you always answer last. You weren't going to ask me.
Who's your manager?
No, you were saved best for last. You're good.
Nope. It's not the same since I didn't get asked.
You haven't said anything in like half an hour.
We
Dude,
honestly
dude,
kind
no.
of.
Dirt, shut up. I want to hear this argument on live on the podcast.
I'm trying to defuse it, man.
That hurt. Oh,
Berkman's
we're
rocks.
watching Josh Berkman fighting Patrick Cote right now, and it is becoming a goddamn barn burner.
Come on, Bergman. USA.
USA. They are fighting in Canada.
Oh, dude, coming up in NXT, they're doing the Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament. Yeah.
Oh, they're naming it in honor of Dusty?
Yeah, and it's going to be amazing tag team.
No, I'm not going to lie. You know what they should do? They should probably have something in honor of Dusty. I think they should have like a Dusty Rhodes idea honorary month.
What about
So all of the Dusty Rhodes ideas in every single episode of NXT, it should be like a Dusty Rhodes idea. King of the Road match. The main event. Or like another one, War Games. Or like in another episode of NXT, 3 NXT rings fucking put together. Even though there's only like 20 wrestlers on the roster. Fucking do it. Call it, World War 3 or 4.
I gotta go.
Get out of here, Todd.
I'm serious. Wait, it's in honor of Dusty Rhodes' shitty ideas.
How long do you want to do it? It's 44 minutes.
He can't last that long.
We have it until an hour.
Well, I have to leave. So.
Alright, hang on one second. Yep. Yeah, sorry about that. Had to walk the old lady out. Good news, though. Peyton's old lady came in. Introduce your chick.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Sweet Sin or Clamshell.
Yeah, lean in.
And you gotta say your actual name so I know who you are.
Alright, so we wanted to get the opinion of a broad. What did you think about the Divas match?
Long fart sound.
That is what I thought about the Divas match.
That is not what I thought about the Divas match.
You know what I call Divas match? I call it piss breaks.
No, that was Owen
Divas
Cesaro.
Revolution has gotten so much better. Since they brought up the NXT girls, it's gotten 10 times better. It's getting boring just seeing the fucking Bellas win every match.
So what'd you think about the match tonight?
The match tonight, I'm glad that someone other than the Bellas won.
I didn't think it was a team elimination match. I thought it was a person by person. I was a little upset about that. I would have liked to see somebody like a Charlotte or like a Sasha Banks.
I would have
versus
liked to have
like
seen
3 Bellas.
Wasn't there a scary botch during that?
There are many scary botches whenever it comes to those girls jumping over the
Or-
top rope
yeah.
or on top of the top
The
rope.
Bellas-
Don't say
Yeah.
those girls. It's the Bellas.
The
Bellas
Bella
had a scary
twins
one.
are the botch queens.
And
Yeah, the
he,
Bella twins both jumped through the second rope,
Oh.
and they fucking spiked.
Naomi or whatever doing that flip over and landing on Charlotte's knee.
She also fucking... She almost got power bombed out of that, too. The way she landed. It was bad. But the rest of the match was really, really good.
I
Like
would
I
have liked
said,
to have seen more Sasha Banks.
it was over a little
More
faster than I
Charlotte.
thought. Didn't think they were going to give the win to Becky Lynch. I like that. She's good.
They need to start pushing Tamina as a monster.
Dude, if they
Instead of
gave...
being the girl who takes the pinfall, she needs to be pushed as a monster. She should be Awesome Kong. She should be that lady.
She should absolutely
whatever
be...
the Barbarian's
Karma.
daughter's name is.
She
No,
should-
not
she should
Karma,
be-
don't call
she
her
should
that.
get-
That's Awesome Kong.
is it Awesome Kong?
Yeah.
Is that the name? Okay, yeah. She should get the push that she got. If they did that...
Come out, interfere a couple times, get pregnant, never come back. that's the
The fucking...
That's a hot run.
But you know the run that she was on, she was going to be on, would have been amazing. It would have... It would have done
and
for-
there's nobody that can match like strength with her. I mean, Natty. I mean, that's how you get Natty in here.
Natty, or even still, if you have like an underdog,
Honestly,
you can get like the Rey Mysterio
I say-
storyline going.
I say you put the belt on Tamina and just let her run through some girls.
Yeah.
Just let her she's the next challenge. Nobody thinks she's gonna win, or she gets in from her team and make it a triple, three-way match.
This is all null and void because the women's division is just lackluster.
So
Look at
now
that.
we're gonna get
Look
sexist
at
in
that.
this.
Anyway,
We're going from racist to misogynist.
no, it's not even that. It's just that, like,
Todd
okay,
Miller, bringing it home.
No, in the early to mid 2000s, the women's division I thought was at its strongest point.
No,
Yes.
no, you had
Yes.
the botch queen Lita,
Uh huh.
Yeah.
awful.
She broke her
Molly
neck.
Holly could work, but they never did anything with her.
You're talking.
Trish Stratus got to where she was all right.
She was
Come
just
on, man.
I'm saying right now, Trish
You had
Stratus.
Victoria. She was really good.
That
Trish
girl
Stratus,
was
Molly
Trish
Holly.
Stratus
Jazz
was
was really good.
Trish Stratus
Jazz
was
was
a
all
better.
right, but they never did anything with her.
She was
They just had her lose to Sable 400 times.
She was a better wrestler. Trish Stratus was a better wrestler than both Bellas combined. Okay,
But she's not a better wrestler than any of the girls that just came up from NXT.
No, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that.
She's
But
not a better
The
wrestler
quality
than
of wrestling
Natty.
has gotten much better.
I'm talking
She's
about.
not as good as AJ. She's not as good as Caitlyn was.
I'm saying is that. Well, no, I think that Mickey
Layla,
James was better than Caitlyn.
Mickey James is good.
Okay, and talk about in terms
The
of
last-
in
the
terms
last
in terms of
time-
like in terms of wrestling. Okay, I'm talking right now. I'll go. Victoria is a better wrestler than fucking AJ any day of the week. I
Different
think
style
Victoria
wrestler.
is.
Yeah,
Different style.
Different style.
That's like comparing, like, I don't know. I couldn't even think of anything. That's like
Apples to oranges.
That's
No,
like
I was gonna
comparing
say-
Ryback to Ziggler. It's just a different style of wrestling.
Yeah, kind of. But I was trying to come up with something better, and you ruined me. Like Bruiser Brody. It's like Bruiser Brody to
go
Rey
with it.
Mysterio
Yeah,
But Bruiser Brody.
would be the Victoria in this. Although I was trying to think of somebody who's big and technical, and for some reason, all that was coming to my mind was Scott Steiner.
Bruiser Brody.
Scott Steiner's amazing, man.
He
Scott
was good.
Steiner's not amazing.
Bullshit.
I just recently
an
watched.
asshole.
I just recently watched Steiner versus Triple H 2003 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, when he's out of his prime.
And when
Holy
he's fucking
shit.
7 years out of his prime.
That guy was fucking wasted, spent
dude,
walking to the ring.
All the stuff he did as a tag team, best tag team of all time. Better than any tag team that's ever existed.
You're talking about the Steiners.
Except for maybe Dual Masters.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
It's my tag team, brother.
The Steiners
Gotta
were
get the
great.
name
The
out
Steiners were a great tag team, but they weren't better than LOD.
They were. Yes, they absolutely
No,
were.
they weren't. No, they weren't.
Yes,
You
they
guys
were.
are forgetting about
They-
APA.
They had. Peyton doesn't know
Don't get so
anything
off topic.
about wrestling that didn't happen before 2006.
This is true. Just like
I'm
there was
7 years
actually
younger than you,
music
so yeah.
recorded after 1986. Or should I say before 1986. Botched that.
I am a wrestling fan of all generations.
So, I don't know. I'm saying, well, if we're talking in terms of tag teams these days, I think are, I think they're probably coming up a little bit more. They just need to.
I gotta say, New Japan's got some good ones. Ring of Honor's got a couple of really good tag teams. They're doing some shit down there.
Do some shit.
Since
down
it's a
in the South.
SummerSlam, since this was started as SummerSlam, what's your favorite SummerSlam match of all time?
My favorite SummerSlam match of all time
God.
is
Is it Brock versus Cena last year?
Is Moolah versus Mae Young,
This fucking guy.
1999. That was a barn burner. That brought the house down. That put the
You were the
asses out of the
fucking
seats.
scum of the earth.
All right, dude. That cleared the way for generations. They blew the doors down.
Mine-
And then they blew the men behind the doors.
Jeez. Those are two dead ladies.
They are very.
Fuck.
Listen to me. They're very well decorated.
They
Very
got
dead.
blue fast.
Very not alive.
They got
Very
blue
not
fast.
alive.
It did.
They took
Yeah.
it to a dark place.
It took it to a dark place. But no, honestly, my favorite SummerSlam match of all
You're acting
time.
like we were playing Hollywood Squares. You give your fake answer first. Christ.
You're the
Yeah, I
answer,
think-
motherfucker.
You know
You're
what?
out.
I think he's right. X gets the square. I hate you, man.
He just wants to hear himself talk.
Yeah, no, honestly, real quick. But real answer. I think that my favorite SummerSlam match of all time is probably going to be, I'd say, Stone Cold versus The Undertaker, Highway to Hell, 98, in Madison Square Garden. That was a damn good match. And a real little known fact about that match is, first 2 minutes into that match, Austin drops down to give Taker a back body drop, but they didn't communicate well, so Taker went to give Austin a knee. So Austin's throwing his head down to do the back body drop. Taker comes in with the knee, knocks fucking Steve out the first 2 minutes of the match. If you watch the match really closely, you'll see it. As soon as the match starts, they're starting to pick up a little bit, and then, boom, knocks Steve completely the fuck out. And Taker's got to buy time for him for about a good 5 minutes. I'm saying right now, for as good as an athlete Steve Austin is and how fucking over he is, that guy knows how to botch like nobody's business.
I watched
Miller
him.
show.
I watched Steve Austin in award games dive over the top rope, clothesline. I think it was Johnny B. Bad. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Clothesline Johnny B. Bad, and then clear the second top rope, flipping Johnny B. Bad over. The man had some. He had some jumps. He was an athletic guy.
Let me.
Dirt, what's your favorite?
I got nothing.
What's your favorite
Can't
Steve
think
Austin
of-
botch?
You can't think of one SummerSlam match. Just name one off the card, even.
Steve Austin's the only guy I know that
I
can
already
get.
said my favorite match of the night. Seth Rollins versus that other guy.
Yeah.
All right.
This was my first SummerSlam, so I don't know.
What was your
You
favorite
guys
match of
have
the
the
night?
network, and you haven't watched one SummerSlam.
I've watched
Alright.
a couple SummerSlams. I just
Here we
they
go,
don't
right
mix
here.
us
I'm going to
together.
give you the SummerSlam to watch. SummerSlam 1992.
I wasn't even born.
You don't need to be born. You know,
You don't need to be born.
Jimi Hendrix came out with Purple Haze before I was born, and I'll still listen to that fucking song.
That's a shitty way to go about it.
What? Here's the thing.
It's a shitty argument.
1992 had the main event was an Intercontinental title match.
Uh huh.
Davey Boy Smith versus Bret Hart.
Talking in England, UK.
Yep. Wembley, I believe.
Wembley,
It even
there
had,
was-
and the reason you should watch that event, it had some amazing things. Road Warriors came out on Harleys with fucking golden spiked pads. Shit was awesome. It was awesome.
It was what it was.
Did you not like that match? Is it not the best match of SummerSlam history?
It's one. Of
you know what?
It's one of the best intercontinental.
And you know
title
what?
matches.
You can even go one more back. That's right. Jump one back. SummerSlam 91. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect.
Yep.
Didn't. You know what? I changed my answer. That's number one. Davey Boy and Bret is number two. I think we can all agree that Bret is the best ever. Clearly the best ever.
He's definitely in my top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time. But I mean, Bret is not number 1 in my book. I mean, Bret, is number 2
Behind Wes Briscoe.
behind
And then Kevin Nash.
Y2J, Chris Jericho. By the way, the many podcasts is what we're going to be doing. I just want everybody to know that I'm going to reiterate in every single podcast when I met Chris Jericho and hung out with Chris Jericho and when he bought me a drink and so on and so forth.
That is a story for another cast, I'm pretty sure, because I got one that's going to equal Heartbreak and Bret Hart.
Triumph and old ladies.
It's going to get blue around here.
Fucking Comic Cons and long lines and taking a shit.
The best part of that Comic Con, just watching.
Dude,
Brent goes to fucking Comic Con.
No, you don't want to give it away.
I'm not gonna give it away, but that was the
You know what?
the
Fuck
highlight
it.
of the day. for
Fuck
me.
it.
So Brent,
First show, let me tell it. Let me tell it.
You're
my
telling it all
story.
wrong.
It's my story.
Yeah, but it was my joy.
So, we're the Comic Con's coming up in San Antonio, and I'm excited. I'm looking on the website. I see Bret Hart is going to be there. There's some others. There's Scott Steiner. There's Kevin Nash. Bret Hart's going to be there. It's my boyhood idol. I'm so excited. I'm like, first chance to get to meet Bret Hart. So we go in, and I see him. I'm like, oh shit, that line's really long. You know what? Let's make a lap. We'll make a lap around this place. We'll come back. We start to make the lap. My girlfriend, who can't go very long without eating. Squirrel Master, who also can't go very long without eating. Both incredibly hungry, and they have to eat. We also have to find my brother, who is also hungry and has to eat. So they all take their time getting their food. I think there's some bathroom breaks. Then they shop a little, and we all go back, and I'm like, it's time to meet Bret Hart. We round the corner, and not only is Bret Hart not there, nobody's there. There could have been...
No,
Wait. There could have been a fucking tumbleweed go by. It was that desolate. Off in the distance, I see one man. That's Virgil. He's got a poor Connor, I guess. I don't know, con-goer, wrapped up in a conversation about politics. My heart was broken.
And
it was the best moment of my life.
So Brent
Watching
lost,
Brent's heart just sink.
He lost out on meeting his boyhood hero because of shitty con food, shits and pisses.
I lost my
and
smile.
Walking laps. So I mean, it truly is a heartbreaking story.
It was the. I don't see any heartbreak in that story.
But on the other hand, Chris Jericho bought me a vodka and water.
This sounds disgusting.
You don't
It's
want
actually really good.
A
You know,
vodka and
he
water?
calls them yeah boys. He calls it a yeah boy because see when he's on the road, when he's on the road, he usually drinks whiskey because he's the lead singer of a metal band. And he said that usually the day after he'd have such like a major hangover,
so hard.
he ran into the lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold, M Shadows.
Gay.
Name dropping.
No, and M Shadows said that that he drinks vodka and waters because he never ever gets hangovers from drinking. He gets really fucked up, he gets drunk, but the next day he feels completely fine. So Chris switched from whiskey to vodka. I think it's Svedka that he drinks. And
Svedka.
water, and he calls them Yeah Boys because that's what M Shadows calls them. So,
Just
You're
learned
so-
something
Well,
about
tidbit.
my favorite band. Also,
so there you go. So
You
yeah,
never met
Fozzy?
him. This fucking guy. He calls me up and he goes, GMB, you'll never guess who's here. I'm like, I don't know, man. He goes, you'll never guess. I was like, I don't know, Shaq. He goes, no, man, Chris. I was like, Chris who? And he goes, Jericho, man. Why 2 J's here? And I was like, okay, where's here? Where's the bar? And he's like, it's at the bar. And I was like, which bar? And he's like, oh man, Chris Jericho's here. He's a cool guy. We hung out a little bit already. I think I'm gonna go outside with him. I was like, okay, cool. What bar are you guys at? I'll come. And he's like, oh man, it's really cool. I'll call you back in a minute and tell you what bar it's at.
click.
Didn't hear from that guy. Didn't hear from him for fucking a week. Then he calls me. He's like, man, I got to hang out with Chris Jericho. He cool guy. He bought me a Yeah Boy.
Yeah.
And then he went into his goddamn story. He was never there.
He was there.
Todd's never even
He's
been to a
absolutely
bar.
there. I have
We're just
I have
diving into the psychosis of Todd
photographic evidence.
Miller. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
We need
You know what, who I met?
shirts.
I met Lita, motherfucker.
You know what? And this is something
Yeah,
that
okay.
Pater's always going to hold
Bring it
over
up.
my head for the rest of my fucking life.
To be
is that-
fair, she was a cold, lifeless bitch.
you know something?
Jeez.
She was
She's
there.
soft.
She was there for the payday. I understand, that's understandable, but I'm still going to hold and maintain to this very day that she is the hottest diva
Ooh.
of all time.
Ooh. God,
You
You
no.
could light her on fire. She wouldn't be the hottest diva
I'm
ever.
gonna tell you something right
Tamina
now.
Snuka right now is hotter.
Her, I just feel like her vagina tastes like chocolate strawberries. Just something in my head just
No, it actually
believes that.
tastes like meth and desperation.
Tastes like Matt Hardy tears.
And Edge's dick.
Jeez.
I think you mean Fat Hardy, and yes, fucking Edge. Because I mean, like honestly, she's banged a couple of scallywags in her time, but I just think that she hasn't met the right guy attached to the
right
perfect
Todd Miller.
penis. That's right. That's right.
She
Because
said,
All right.
So that does bring up a good question. Who's y'all's favorite divas of all time?
"Who's yours?"
Paige. I dressed up as her, or skipped down the aisle at our wedding to her music.
All right. Todd Miller. Favorite diva.
Lita,
Garbage.
I will sit through every fucking Lita match because, like I said,
You mean
dude,
all those ladder matches
Oh,
she's
check
always
it out,
been
dude.
in?
Honestly, I would let Brent
Before you and I
spray
answer,
fart in my dinner tonight,
please,
and I'll fucking
please
happily
enlighten
eat it.
us about Lita
If I
talking
could
about all her
bang
ladder
the
matches last
living
night.
shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would fold her up into a chair
All right.
and I'd carry her.
Todd,
We're
sorry.
watching NXT last night, and she goes on and starts talking about all of her ladder match experience. That bitch was not in one ladder match.
Are you talking about Lita?
She got to watch ringside and then get up and maybe take a bump.
Was that
The
Lita?
fuck
was
outta
that
here.
Lita? Lita was in NXT
Yes.
last night.
She was talking like
doing
she was one of the pre-show.
the pre-show announcement.
Yeah.
She was talking about Owens versus Fergal,
Ugh.
and
Is her tongue?
She's
Is
like-
her tongue still pierced?
Dude,
I think so.
Fuck
But she,
yeah.
and it's awesome because they're all just talking about the match, and then she makes it about herself every time she talks.
That's good. It's good. Then.
Okay. So, who's your favorite diva of all time?
My favorite diva of all time. There's been some good ones.
I just want to really kind of just stamp this. I would blow bubbles into her butt. I really would. I would open
You
her.
just can't.
I would gladly.
Is this
I
your-
would gladly lick her butthole, and I don't lick anybody's butthole. I'll accidentally lick a butthole when I'm eating pussy, but that's accidentally. But I would on purpose lick her butthole. On purpose.
Is this podcast?
I
just
feel
your
like
cry
seriously. I
out
feel
to-
like she
to
fucking.
get to do this?
Can I ask you this one question, Peter? How did she smell?
How did she smell?
How did she smell?
Kind of like crack rock.
No, fuck you. Be honest with me. Like, be legit.
Nah,
How
she's
did she
not
smell?
black.
Huh?
What?
Did she smell? Did she smell? Woo! That slap was in high definition.
Oh, that
Oh
was was a knee slapper.
No, but really, she smelled
Oh,
like
that's
really good, like
down.
perfume wise. Like she smelled like fucking like lilac and wine and shit. Like she smelled like
You're putting this pussy on a pedestal.
the way dreams should smell. Like
You are putting it on a pedestal. Dude, she is gross.
she's not gross. She's not fucking
dated
gross.
Matt Hardy.
I don't care.
And-
Wait, don't put Matt Hardy down because
No,
of her.
I'm not putting him down.
Matt Hardy, hell of a hand.
What the fuck?
That dude could work. What are you talking about?
Anyways,
he wasn't
Matt
interesting,
Hardy?
but that guy could work.
No, you know what always put me off about Matt Hardy? And I'll tell you this right now.
His
What
bow-legged
his
walk?
fucking bow-legged everything. The way that guy would get up, like, okay, hey, listen, wrestling fan, go on YouTube, go to Wrestling Network, do what the
Listen,
fuck you gotta do,
wrestling
and like, just fucking look up Matt Hardy. Just like Matt Hardy falling and getting up, and just watch how awkward that fuck is. The dude walks around like there's a wheelbarrow between his legs. Like, it is fucking, it's like gross and creepy. And by the way, he also won Fear Factor. True story. Yeah, he won Fear Factor. Yeah,
won Fear
they had a WWE Fear Factor.
I didn't know they did
Fucking
WWE.
Jeff Hardy was the first one eliminated. And yeah, Matt.
Apparently, fear was a factor for him.
So, do you not have a favorite?
What was his
diva?
fucking name? Willow?
Oh man, talk
Oh,
about
God.
one of the.
All right, I'll say that my favorite diva of all time, Mickie James.
Ooh, you son of a bitch.
She's good.
Two
She's
reasons
solid.
why.
She's
Dude,
really good.
she had them thick thighs, and she could do a damn good DDT.
And she was.
She could also do a damn good
She
porno
was the full
too.
package.
I don't think that was her. Like I know
That was
she,
her. That was her
I know
pre-surgery.
I know she did nude pics, but I don't think that was her.
That was her,
getting
brother.
banged. I don't know. It's hard to tell, man.
She did some.
It's not HD. It's hard to tell.
She did some pre-fucking. Tell you that she was banging. By the way, who's she with now? Who's she married to?
Magnus, I think.
She's married to Magnus. That's
really?
right. Yeah,
Wow, I didn't.
she's married to
She
Magnus.
just
for him.
she just worked in TNA like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
I'm gonna go with recent right now because for me, Charlotte's killing it. She's really new.
That is after
I'm surprised
2006.
you
It is
Say
after
Sasha
2006. Yeah, man.
Charlotte.
You know what? No, I am gonna change it. Sasha Banks.
Oh, there you go. That's
Sasha
that's
Banks.
a little.
Sasha Banks is good on the mic.
That's
She's
a
hot.
little bit better.
She's good in the ring. She's hot.
She's Snoop Dogg's cousin.
She's Snoop Dogg's cousin.
or
She's
niece
hot.
or something.
She's the full package, and she's a great heel. She's had matches on NXT with Becky Lynch and Charlotte, and they were just fucking amazing.
Honestly, I would
Good
really,
finisher,
I would
too.
really have more to say on this subject, but I just couldn't give two shits about women's wrestling.
God, you just
If it's not main event, he
The
doesn't
day
care.
the day that a women's match is ever a main event on a pay per view is the day that the business died.
It was a co-main
we
at
can never
SummerSlam
publish
last
this
year.
fucking. We can never publish this.
Well, that's
podcast.
that's what you call a cool
God.
off
You watched
match.
SummerSlam last year with us.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It
I
was,
started watching.
No, you didn't.
it was
No, it was
Stephanie and Brie Bella.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't see
you're
that.
right.
I
Give it a
started
finger.
watching Elimination Chamber. Or
God.
I'm sorry
wasn't
for
here that long
yeah,
ago.
I'm sorry for that. But
was it?
anywho,
Yeah, it was before that.
Way to really
like you
bring
said
it
about
back.
I
the
think it was
DVD, or not DVD, but the
It was
Divas.
the one after SummerSlam.
Past that, SummerSlam as a whole,
There
I
was
think
Survivor
was
Series.
an
Survivor
okay
Series, it was.
event tonight. Probably I'd say
Give it a
the-
grade like 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'd give it about a fair 6.
What the?
I'd give it a 6.
SummerSlam, yeah.
SummerSlam. Yeah, I'll give it a 6. I'll give it the old in between.
Dude, it was good from start to finish.
Ah.
Of course, you had the matches that you didn't care about enough. Ooh,
I would
You
honestly,
just watched a guy get hit in the eye with a baseball after being deflected off his back.
I just want everybody to know right now
that
who's
was
listening to this
fantastic.
podcast how the subject keeps changing so goddamn drastically. Is the guy who's coordinating this whole fucking thing is high as a kite.
oh,
So
Brent's very high.
he's very high.
That's
right now.
neither here nor there.
He's dipping.
I'm not
he's
the one
sailing.
changing the subject.
Going back, I'm gonna give it an 8.5, and the
Really?
reason for that, all the matches were good.
Expectations are really low.
There was a good amount of botches. This might be Taker's last match. It's more than likely his last day on this earth.
Yeah, he most likely probably flew into cardiac arrest as soon as he went to the back and
He
rode-
probably
know.
got winded walking to the ring.
Glam Show? What do you rate it? 1 to 10?
What?
SummerSlam.
This SummerSlam?
Yes.
I'm not paying attention.
What's your rating? 1 to 10.
I'm I'm gonna go with like 5.
5? Why is
I
5?
think Takeover last night was better.
5, jeez.
Oh man,
I probably-
that's cruel.
Honestly, and I probably wouldn't disagree with that because I mean, the NXT shit they've been producing. I'm talking about pay-per-view wise, whatever, has been the walk in the cock, dude. It really has.
I gotta say, I gotta give it a 7. It was solid. You got some really good matches. There was some oh shit moments. All around good.
It was just, for me, the last match.
We also
Brock
got the
Taker. It was just kind of the ending. It wasn't.
The ending did bum me out. I mean, it's going to push the feud further, which is good. But I don't know. I didn't really
It was
want
just
that.
kind of like what the fuck.
Yeah, it kind of just ended. Kind of like Joe and Homeboy and Baron Corbin last night. It just kind of ended. They didn't give it a second to.
Well, I think that's because it's gonna build some more stuff.
Oh, they're absolute. Both those matches are going to continue building.
Yeah.
All right, so this was the inaugural podcast for Lies and Slander. If you guys want to write to Peyton, say anything, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at American Bear, AMURICAN Bear. My name is Peyton Blaze. I don't want to do that.
Todd Miller.
You can find me anywhere on the internet because I like to keep low profile.
Todd Miller's off the grid. But if you want to reach Todd Miller, his number is 210.
Go fuck yourself, bro.
Clamshell.
I'm trying to close it.
Everything of mine is Sweet Sin. That's
Spell it.
SYN. That's all one word.
And you can find me on Twitter at, what is it? GMB is a G. GMB at GMB is a G.
GMB at GMB is a G.
I don't know, man. It's at GMB
It's
is a
at
G.
GMB is a G.
Instagram is Grandmaster Brent. So holler at me.
Social Security.
It's so bad.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with a one final word.